Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Garvey, and today I will be talking about the effects of having cell phones in classroom. To start off, I would like to say that the average age for a kid to have a smartphone is 10 years old, and that was said by Jay Donovan at TechCrunch. That means from elementary to high school, kids that have phones may or may not be disconnected from their learning experience while at school. According to Oxford Learning at oxfordlearning.com, 20% of the time students that are at school are either on their phones texting friends, family, surfing the internet, or catching up on social media accounts. It's sad that teachers struggle with the limited amount of time they are given to teach a subject successfully, but now they also have to deal with having having to fight against technology for the attention of their own students. The texting, tweeting, Snapchatting during class time is a very incredible distraction and makes it so much difficult to teach, said by a teacher named Miriam Morgenstern. She did an interview at bostonglobe.com and she mentioned those things. It was crazy reading that those three main apps or media sites are what is like taking the kids, the students, their minds away on their phones. Kids think that they can multitask by texting and listening during a lecture at the same time, but they can't. The Southwestern Physiological Association explains that students lose at least 27% of the information being given during a lecture when multitasking, especially when they are texting in class. And that information was given at the website www.aft6157.org. And kids think that they're superheroes, that they can do things at the same time, but they can't. And because of that, kids lose out 27% of the information that may be the most important 27% on a test or quiz and can make them fail that class because of it. Now, not only kids struggle with this, but everyone is affected by the overuse of technology because these students are the future. When they are more concerned about what a celebrity ate for breakfast rather than learning how to effectively write a paper, learn simple mathematics, or master basic communication skills, we should be fearful of those who could lead our communities and country. Listeners should be so concerned as these students in the future will lead our society. Kids will struggle with learning skills as well as face to face connection. Now, with going back for these kids, that we should be fearful for them because one day they will be leading our society. A study shows that 90% of college students use social networking sites within the last week. Yes, these tools can be used for great for communicating, but are college kids overusing them? Are they overusing them during the classroom or overusing them for school? Is being consistently connected to technology affecting students' mental health also nowadays? In my opinion, yes, it is. It is more important, though, to make sure that students are not becoming overly reliant on their technology devices and not letting them take control of their lives. And this info was on www.unh.edu. With that being said, like I said before, kids will struggle with learning skills as well as face to face connection. This can also lead to less in person discussion and fewer learning opportunities. It's sad, but kids my age can't have a one on one discussion in person because they never had to. All they had to do is pick up their cellular device in and out of school and type and press send. And by pressing that send button, it can change someone's life. One study that followed the impact, one study showed that a school took away mobile devices and it made an amazing improvement in student performance. Students who did not use smartphones while participating in this or while participating in a lecture wrote 62% more information and were able to recall the information than having to pull out a phone or computer during class to look up the answer. It's amazing. It is crazy how that study did that. And that was at physiopolydia.org. That's amazing how taking a cell phone away for, I don't know, 45 minutes in a classroom a day can make a kid's mind grow, to make their knowledge grow even stronger. So to solve this, teachers can have a clear classroom expectation of cell phone usage all around posted in their classroom, as well as going online to buying, like, not like for shoes, but like a little pocket for phones and labeling numbers on them. And at the beginning of the class, at the beginning of the class of the school year, giving them a number of like their name, like their alphabetical order, giving them a number with their name. So every time they walk in, let's say if I'm number one, I put my phone in slot number one. And not only does that help kids not be on their phones, but also helps the teacher know who's here and who's not. Because if your phone's not in your slot and you're not here, that means you're not here, you're absent. But if your phone's not in your slot and you're sitting in your desk and the teacher sees that, they know that you did not put your phone in your slot, and that will, lead to either a write-up or something like that. With that being said, these two things, it lets it lets kids know when they cannot be on their phones with having the classroom expectations, but with having the phones in the pockets, kids won't have any access to their cell phones during the lecture, and it keeps them focused on the teacher and the material being taught. My solution fixes the problem by lowering the 20% usage that students are looking at a screen that is not education focused. This solution will allow students to focus and learn more in the lecture rather than being distracted on their cell phones. Yes, my solution will work. It absolutely will work. My teacher did it when I was in high school, and it was proven to work. And yes, it is affordable because the school provides mainly every type of paper material and laminated machine for teachers. So yes, the teacher can make posters for the classroom expectations to be posted in their classroom. And for the cell phone usage, the pockets, a teacher can go online and buy one. I think I average it to about $5, $10 probably with shipping. So with that all being said, this brings me to my conclusion. It is clear to see that there is a time and place for technology, but extended use in the classroom is not the place. When used the way our kids are using smartphones to surf the internet, text friends, update our social media sites, we can infer that kids are losing educational minutes not only at home, but more importantly in the classroom. Maximizing coursework versus social networking can only help students in a positive way. If we want to truly value and expand our children's educational experience, we need to encourage and promote the importance of education. Well, thank you everyone for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.